Hello guys, I welcome you to the instructional video of Big Data Analytics Lab Part B, which will help you in the smooth preparation of your projects and will definitely act as a guide for you throughout. In this video, I will discuss how you can choose a good data set, that is, what are the parameters of a good data set, and the sources from where you can download, more importantly, the pre-processing of a data set. I will share all the things from my personal experience and whatever I have learned from my journey. But before all that, let's have a small introduction. I am a student of AGC Amritsar, and there always have been a continuous learning environment. Taking it forward, this whole video has been prepared under the guidance of Ajay Sharma sir. He is an amazing teacher and an expert in big data analytics. The video will be available in his YouTube channel Tech Expert, so which you can refer n number of times, and you can also check out another videos which are very helpful for you to learn big data analytics, the PIG and Hadoop, etc. Moving with my introduction, I am Ritika Sharma. I am a student of CSC 7th semester. Currently, I am pursuing my internship at Open Technologies, Telangana. I have been student coordinator, so we'll share all the things from my experience. Moving with the video, some points you need to take care while moving forward with your projects. You must choose a good data set. Good data set means the data set must be meaningful. It must align with the goals which you are planning to analyze. It must actually analyze a worthy thing. If you are preparing a project and devoting time to it, so it must be something meaningful. So what a good data set is, it must have at least one date field so that you can demonstrate the date operators available in PIG, and you can work with date formats, which is very helpful in the real-time data. Apart from it, it must have at least 10 columns and a minimum of 4,000 rows. These are bare minimum. You can have more than that because the real world data actually contains hundreds of columns or lakhs of rows, billions of rows. So you have to work with such large amount of data, but for a worthy analysis, for a good analysis, you must have at least 10 columns and 4,000 rows. You can have multiple CSV files that can form a good aggregation, but try to meet this criteria at least. And the next step will be the pre-processing of dataset. This is very much important for any analysis. If you are moving with any analysis, you must pre-process your data. You must clean your data set so that all the format is in a specified format which you require for analysis. You also, throughout your report, you must take care that you consider all the basic PIG operators. This is from my personal experience that if you have strong basics and all the basics clear, then you can definitely reach out to the complex queries even in seconds. So you must be clear with all the basic PIG operators like filter, ordering, and everything. So you must include these operators inside your report. Consider at least good queries. Even if you are writing 10 to 12 queries or 15 queries, you must try to make it meaningful. It should not be like sampling of data or simply the printing of data. So also an appropriate schema, a meaningful schema. If a field contain the names of the movies, it must be named as movie name, or it must be given char array as its data type. It should not be simple byte array. You are leaving it as it is because on a big scale it will hamper your data. So you must consider all these points. Now moving forward, I'll tell you some resources. Actually, there are n number of resources which you can refer to, but some good resources I have listed out for you. So these are the 4 websites which are very good sources for your data sets. You can find a lot of data sets here. So first website is 538. I'll be sharing it with you later in the video. names are 538. So this website is very good for the news and the sports side. There are number of datasets available, and the GitHub repository even I have mentioned in the PPT. I'll share this PPT. So you must check it out, this link. Also, Kaggle is a huge resource which you can refer for any data set you require for machine learning, or you require for data science, you require for big data projects. You can check out any of the data sets on the Kaggle website. Data.world is very good for machine learning projects. You can also look for a wide range of, from Air Force, airplanes data sets to the healthcare systems to the transportation and anything. Also, GitHub is a good resource. Some cleaned and pre-processed data sets are available on GitHub. You can also check out if you require. So also you can go to Google and type the dataset whichever you require. You will definitely find a good dataset for your project. Some example of the datasets are stock exchange datasets. These are very good data. This is a very good dataset for stock exchange, and there are number of company stocks available which you can analyze, or financial stocks which you can analyze. For grocery dataset is there. Google Play Store dataset. The data is being generated every day. It's like it is in billion. You can refer to any data set and you can name anything. The data set will be available on the internet, so you can refer to it, you can analyze and make a good project. So let's now go with the pre-processing of the data. After So you can move to Google and type the Kaggle dataset, Kaggle website. Here you can go to the datasets, and you can see that there are number of datasets available. You want the CSV file. So here see the number of datasets. Like it is from music, vaccine dataset, or chess game dataset, public food dataset. You can check for the any dataset and perform your analysis, whichever you require. Now I'll be downloading a dataset and moving you with that how you can pre-process your data. So let's type the COVID-19 dataset. What we can do is we can check for the COVID-19 datasets, whatever are available, and if I type here COVID-19 India dataset, it will definitely provide me with dataset. So here I get the dataset. Let's see what it contains. It contains number of files like district level, latest, and here what you can see is the columns like serial number, state code, state, the district key. Here are the number of columns available, confirmed cases, active cases for you. These all are the CSV file. You can choose any CSV file and you can download it. Here also you can see that the number of columns are actually 16, but selected columns are 10. So you can also select which columns you want to download for your dataset and which columns you do not require. So just choose that last updated you require, you can apply it. So now the number of columns will be 11. Then you can download it. Let's download. You can sign in. So here the download can begin, and I can see whatever file I required. Like I require this file, district level latest, I'll download it. So here let's save it. Now what you can do is you can upload this CSV file to your Google Drive, because Google Drive provide a very good feature to actually work with a number of rows. here I will go to one of the CSV file I have downloaded earlier, which is COVID vaccine state-wise. So I'll open this and I'll show how you can process it. Like here it is available. See. So this is the actually file, CSV file, COVID vaccine state-wise, and it is for state India. What it contains, it shows the updated date and the state, the total doses, total sessions, and which dose were given, which of the vaccine was there. So it actually contains the number of rows, like around 18 columns, and the count of rows is actually very huge. So if you perform it on your local system, it will require a long time to pre-process it. That's why we have chosen Google Drive, and it is very optimal to use Google Drive. So it contains 6,700 rows. So which is actually bare minimum. You can have more than that rows, but that much are sufficient to analyze. So what you can see is that some of the rows and some of the fields are null. You can avoid null values, but what you actually require is a normalized format. You can see in the date format, somewhere it is in the format dd-mm and -YYYY, and somewhere it is in the format dd/month. So you require that it must be in a single format, so that whenever you provide a schema as date, it picks up one format. If it is in both format, it will definitely give you an error, and you cannot correct it with the pig operators. You require special pre-processing before that, so that your data is in normalized form. So what you can here do is you can go to the format, and here a number, go to number. See, you can see here that number of date formats are available. If you do not require any formats from here, you can go to the more formats and check for if you require the number format or the date and time format. Go to the date time format, and what you need to do is you can choose your any format which you require. So I'll be choosing the hyphen format for me, or the slash format. Let's change it to, I can edit it here. I will change it to slash. Let's apply it, and when I applied it, so what happens is all the data are converted into this format, and now my data is formalized. It is in equal format. I have no problem with the null values, because I can also process null values with the pig operator null, that I can filter the rows based upon if the column is null, I can ignore the rows, and if the column is not null, I can take the rows. This can be done with the help of filter operator, but this kind of problems are not solved using the pig operators. Also, to normalize, you can also do is like here zero values. You can provide a number format. Like if this is the value, you require that it must be in a price. You can go to the format, you can give any number format. See, if you give this format, the values will be changed to this. If you format your data according to the zero format, which is special number format, it will be the integer values. So in this way, you can pre-process your data, and it will help you. So this is all from my side. This is from my personal experience. Further, more videos will be made that how you can analyze your data. But this is all for today, and thank you for watching it.